Samsung has collapsed minus 12.31% to $310,000, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Wednesday, June 24th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is down minus 1.44%, trading at $7,365.46. Investor sentiment is being shaped by markets' recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times. NASDAQ 100 plunged minus 3.29% to $29,347 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that as stocks close, NASDAQ falls 2.21%, Philadelphia Semiconductor Index drops over 8%, Micron plunges 13% in a single day, memory and chip stocks lead declines, trading key. Dow Jones is broadly flat at $51,667, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Ukraine joins Russia in ruthlessly hammering global tourism as Iran, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Lebanon, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Syria, and more welcome a cooling Middle East crisis while the Eastern Europe conflict again shatters travel itineraries and eat travel and tour world. DAX is trading lower by minus 0.37% at $24,894. The move follows reports that Brent rises after US-Iran peace talks in Geneva are abruptly postponed. FTSE 100 is little changed, hovering near $10,429. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 12.31% to $310,000. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. ASML made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 7.82% to $1,778.46. The EUV monopoly is one of the strongest competitive moats in all of technology. AI chip demand for the most advanced nodes directly benefits ASML without the execution risk of being a chip maker. Watch for any update on the 2026 to 2027 capacity shipment schedule. TSMC made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 6.62% to $436.72. AI chip demand has created a demand floor that insulates TSMC from the consumer electronics cycle. High-NA EUV ramp at N2 and beyond represents a technology advantage no competitor can replicate for years. Watch the next earnings call for any commentary on 2026 capacity allocation. Rocket Lab made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 5.16% to $95.12. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. Commercial success would dramatically expand the addressable market. Space Systems revenue is a growing, predictable revenue base. The SpaceX IPO narrative creates positive sector sentiment that benefits Rocket Lab. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, the move follows reports that Brent rises after US-Iran peace talks in Geneva are abruptly postponed. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by Ukraine joins Russia in ruthlessly hammering global tourism as Iran, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Lebanon, Qatar, Bahrain, Iraq, Syria, and more welcome a cooling Middle East crisis while the Eastern Europe conflict again shatters travel itineraries and eat travel and tour world. Turning to commodities. Brent crude dipped to $76.88 per barrel, down 1.31% on the session. This comes as markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times, adding pressure to energy markets. WTI crude dropped sharply to $73.05 per barrel, down 2.37% on the session. This comes as markets recoil in global sell-off driven by tech stocks, The New York Times, adding pressure to energy markets. Natural gas dropped sharply to $3.19, down 1.78% on the session. The move follows reports that Brent rises after US-Iran peace talks in Geneva are abruptly postponed. Gold dipped to $4,129 per troy ounce, down 1.26% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by inflation worries push more households to rethink safe haven assets, Black America Web. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for Samsung is around $291,400. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.65% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.32, losing 0.04% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.57, gaining 0% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to Stefan Glisson, gold, Fort Knox, and the dollar's future, LinkedIn. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We do the research so you do not have to hours of analysis distilled into actionable daily briefings. If that is valuable, please hit the like button. It is the single best way to support independent market analysis and help us reach more investors. Subscribe and turn on notifications for tomorrow's briefing. Drop your view in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish from here? Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.